Well, I'm here again for the last time, for the last day of this experiment. It is Friday. It is 4 p.m. in the afternoon. I did not sign on in the morning because everything was very loud around me. So I couldn't make a recording. But I've been writing today as well. uh, with more or less enthusiasm. Um, I tried. I am done with that scene. Finally. Holy moly, finally. I mean, it's very bad. It's awful, especially towards the end. It's like a big, a metaphysical, physical, magical action scene with lots of emotions and with lots of people. So there are so many, everyone is there, you guys. Everyone is there, and it's very hard. Everyone's shouting, it's chaos. There's like a time limit. Awful. It's written very awfully for now. But I think I might leave. I might leave it like this for now. And I go to chapter 15 finally. I hope, I think. So yeah, at least I'm through with that. At least I finished that. Like, okay, I expected a little bit more from this week. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I've done nothing. Nothing that I really planned. Um, but that's just how writing is sometimes, most of the time. Today is an anxiety day again, so I'm trying to focus, but I think I'm actually going to stop now and just rest for a little bit before my daily exercise and whatnot, and dinner and all that, because I don't know, I just can't focus. But I mean, if for nothing else, it was good to actually sit down and write every day. And just to make myself think of the story and plan for it and just get into it. I wrote all 5 days, something. If nothing else, then a few words and a plan, and just think about. I mean, it's not good, but it's more than I had before. And I actually, put on paper stuff that was only in my head so far. So even if this scene, or at least the end of it, is atrocious, at least it's there, and now I can build on that. Not now. I'm gonna leave it. I am going to leave it like that. I'm going to go to chapter 15 and start with a new. Actually, I think it's gonna be chapter 16 after going back to the scene and editing, because I have to cut that chapter somewhere. It's more than 10K at this point, and I don't usually like that, even though there are scene breaks and, like, and breaks, literal breaks on the page. I don't like to have that long of a chapter. I will see how it flows in the pacing and everything. I try not to think about that too much now because I get lost in it. Um, do not even do not even let me talk about how much I agonized over chapter 1 and 2, and how long they are, and are they enough, or are they too slow? Are they showing too much, too little from what happened before? Am I starting too in medias res, too not? And I think they are good now, but I agonized for weeks, months on that. Anyway, so I will try not to agonize on this now. I will leave this. You know what? Because it's now fixed in my head. I know what I wrote down, the horrible, horrible words that I wrote down, and which try to capture all that happened. It's now fixed, so I will leave it to rest and for myself to forget it a little bit. So when I go back in a few weeks, it's gonna be all new, and I can exactly pinpoint like, okay, this doesn't work. This so I'm just going to leave it. Go chapter 15. It says setting change. It's like a big after the big action. Like, okay, like we're shouting and screaming at the beginning because we just had enough. The main character had enough. She needs to shout, she needs to yell at some sand and some mountains and the sky and probably the gods. But then it's like sitting down and wait a beat and then go to the next part of the story. And it's like a new kind of a new page. So I can probably start that tomorrow with better words than what I could do today. Again, I know what's going to happen. I know what I want. It's just I need to write it down. So it's the weekend now. I'm gonna have a few things to do, enjoyable things mostly. Um, but I will make sure to have some time for writing this further to work on this. And then next week I'm back to work, but um, also I will, I think, try and write every day again. I think I can do it now. After a while, it will probably go to shit. It will probably not work, but maybe even for a week, I can bring it. I can bring it on. We'll see. Anyway, I did not finish the book in 1 week. I mean, who is really surprised? I'm not. It was nice to try and make myself believe that. Um, if if I let myself be more realistic a little bit or just think about it for more than 5 minutes, I would have probably admitted that it wasn't going to happen. But it was a good effort. And with these vlogs, it's a thing that I've never done. And I'm happy I did it. I mean, it's fun. At least I'm learning how to talk to a camera and getting used to my own face on video and my own voice and whatnot. So all in all, and it was actually just something to do this week because yeah, this writing week did not come at a good time at all. It was mostly just a distraction, which is fine. But now I'm back in real world, and real world usually sucks a little bit. It's fine. It's gonna be okay. It's a very tumultuous period in my life right now, mostly emotionally. Like nothing is happening. It's just getting bad news usually. Um, Trying to deal with that emotionally, mentally. Just, I mean, look at the world also. Anyway, I'm not gonna talk about that now. Um, I will continue to do this. I think I can safely maybe set the end of March as my new new wishful thinking deadline to finish this book. We'll see. I mean, I'm through this very harrowing part, a very difficult part of the book. I'm not saying that what comes is not difficult, but I feel like it has an inner strength now. I got there with the main character. I got to the finale, you know, emotionally, mentally. And a lot of this book is very much her trying to just survive, just somehow make it through. All of her plans are collapsing all the time. Nothing is working, everything is going to shit. She's just getting punch after punch after just beating up. And now it's like there is a strength in her to do something. And that I think is somehow comes through to me. I hope to writing the book. It's always easier to write a character that knows what they want, at least for me. And this main character is not that type at all. By all, she's like passive, a sufferer, a victim. And I think just her trying to take control, even if it's not going to work out how she maybe imagines, it just has an effect on me that I also feel like I can take control of the story, you know? And like I talked about it, how personal of a story it is for me. In a very metaphorical way, like it's not my story, no. But a lot of it is echoing from stuff that's with me or I have experience with, not magical torture and whatnot, but you know, trauma and just coping with it, trying to make peace with it or not make peace with it. Anyway, I think I got to a point, and I'll just keep telling it to myself, even if it's a delusion, that it's going to be easy now. It's going to be simple. It's going to be so quick and easy to write the end of this book that I will be able to do it until, by the end of March. So, why not? Why not? I mean, what do I have if not delusions? This whole book is that. So, okay, I'm just gonna sign off, I think, and read or something now and get back to the next chapter tomorrow. So anyway, if you watched my vlogs, this amazing and exhilarating content, then thank you. If you just followed it on social media, that's also thank you. Um, for me, it was, I mean, slightly fun, a new experience. And I just hope that I will have this book out for you relatively soon. It's probably next year, right? The earliest is next autumn, probably. I mean, next autumn, 2026, I think. It would be also nice to write something else now. So that's also one reason I want to finish this book. I have a lot of other ideas that I would love to get into and build a little bit and write a little bit. I also have a whole written thing that I just have to edit and I can have it out. A more simpler story than this one. That would be nice. And then I end up overcomplicating it and just stuffing all the trauma in it again. Hell yeah. That's what we do, or what I do. Anyway, I'll talk about my plans later, maybe in another video. I just want to finish this book. Okay. I'm gonna go now. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to my rants and watching me write. Um, eat tea, eat tea, drink tea and eat chocolate and cheese, and just sit here and rant at the camera. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Goodbye.